David here from Making Stuff Easy. Currently I'm working at home. It's the period when we're having the pandemic and panic regarding the COVID-19. I'm not actually working from home for that reason, it's for other reasons, but I thought it'd be useful to actually provide a brief guide for working from home based on 30 odd years of experience. So let's get on with it, shall we? Let's just go through a bit of a process and cover what we're going to be talking about in this presentation. The question of is need. Do you need to work from home? And then the other question, of course, is can you work from home? Does your employer support it? Do they have the tools? Does your job actually allow you to work from home effectively? What can you do and can't you do from there? Assuming you're working from home, then even if it's for a short time, then you've got to create the best possible workspace to help you thrive, keep you safe and the like. Then we look on preparation. What can you do when you're not in the office? That is, what can you do when you're working from home? Other things you can't do. And what equipment, services and software do you need to be able to perform those functions? Now it's going to be important to actually maintain your routine. So keep your daily routine as normal as possible. We'll cover that in a minute. But of course, as with such things, change is inevitable. So go through those processes at the top, from left to right as we go through. Let's talk about the need piece. Do you need to work from home? You may need to care for a loved one, or you may need to self-isolate, particularly in situations such as the COVID-19 pandemic. And it may be for a day, a week, or longer. It can be planned or unexpected. As in the COVID-19 is developing fast, governments are changing the policies, and it looks like you may have to go to lockdown or self-isolation for 14 days or more. So then we actually look at, can you work from home? Does the type of work you do actually allow you to work from home? Can you do what you need to do from your home? What can't you do? If you need to work from home, then the question is, can you work from home? The best thing for you to do is actually talk to your manager and HR to agree on how it will work. Of course, this is going to be contingent on the type of work you do, what your function is, and do you have the tools and processes, access rights and the like to actually work remotely. Do you have a laptop, for instance? We'll come on to that one in a moment. So let's talk about your workspace. This is a good thing to try and do, even if you don't regularly work from home. If you do it regularly on 1 day a week, say, or you work occasionally, perhaps look after a sick child or something else like that, then it's always going to be good to actually set the best possible workspace. Then you can build it into your planning. So the most important thing is actually get a quiet and well-lit area. You're going to be sitting here for about 8 hours a day, and you've got to be careful about your own well-being, your own eyesight. And in this picture you can actually see there's a good distance for you to actually look at every now and then, so you don't strain your eyes too much on the screen. Ideally this will be in a space where you can actually close the door from the rest of the family or the other people in the unit or the house. But of course that's not always possible. So come to an agreement with the people that you share the property with, and so they understand why you need this sort of quiet in this particular space. You'll need at least a desk or a table. Try and avoid sitting in bed or on a lounge or whatever, because inevitably you'll get a hooked neck, you'll get uncomfortable, and you won't be as productive. So a desk or a table is ideal. Get a comfortable chair. You're going to be sitting for a long time. Ideally an office ergonomic chair, not too expensive, and often they can be written off against your tax very efficiently, and it's a good thing for you to actually have in your space anyway, particularly if you've got a student in your house. Of course, you'll need access to Wi-Fi or a network, and of course power to charge your units, plug in your laptop, charge your phones, and the like. And perhaps put a lamp on so you can actually improve the lighting wherever you are. To communicate is very important, so get yourself headphones with microphone. Make sure from your boss at work or whatever that it's okay for you to actually use your mobile phone. You may need to use your mobile phone as a hotspot under some circumstances. And of course, under a pandemic situation where a lot of people work in the same space, then you're competing for bandwidth. So you may need to actually think about those costs and how you might be able to recover them. We'll talk about the tax considerations a little later on. You may want a printer. Check with your company whether you're actually allowed to print things at home, because you've got data loss protection concerns, personal information being leaked. Obviously, they want to keep the information contained, so just check before you start printing at home. And some couple of extras. Get yourself a mouse for your laptop and a second screen, because often the laptop screen is quite small, and you can actually get a bigger, better display, and you can actually have two displays to actually improve your work. And if you're into it, get some background music. It takes your mind off other things, and sometimes can actually help you concentrate. Let's move on to preparation then. Let's talk about setting up for success. We talked earlier about what can you do from home. Have a look at your job, itemize the activities you perform, and list them down. Work out what the main things are. Think about things that happen on a daily, a weekly, or a monthly basis. You may not be able to work at home all the time, and you may have to find compromise solutions. The important thing is go home with your laptop, get yourself set up, test your access to participate in meetings. It could be Skype or other Google drop-ins or anything else like that. Access to the systems you need in your day-to-day. Can you get access to things such as your timesheet system, so you can actually book in your time if you're a contractor, and therefore you can get paid? You've got to look after yourself here as well as a company. And of course, importantly, email and communications, things such as Skype and the like. Can you get access to those from your home location? That comes down, of course, then what can't you do from home? There might be things you can't do. You can't get access to systems. You have to do face-to-face with people. It's just not going to work to actually do it from home. So you make a decision here and work with your manager. What can you delegate or defer until you turn back to the office? Or maybe you go back to the office one day a week and you perform these functions, or you have someone else do it for you. Work out who you can call to get some support if you've got technical issues. Say you can't connect for a particular reason, or your account gets locked out, or anything like that. Work out who to call. Think about some alternate channels. If Skype is not working because the demand is too great, then you can use a mobile phone. How do you do that? Can you do calls to one or more people? It's a way of actually looking at it. You may not need to do it until it actually happens, but it's a good thing to know how to do it. Who's got your back? Is this communication with your manager and perhaps their manager too? Make sure they understand where you are, why you're there, what you need, how you've come to an agreement with your manager and HR, and therefore things are going to work out okay for you, not only in the office, but with your customers and also with yourself and your family. Otherwise, you'll end up worrying about it too much. And critical here, let people know. Your customers, your team, people who depend on you, or people that you use the services of within your company. Good thing to put an out-of-office email or automatic replies in email. Put a message on your social media channels to say that you're basically working from home. Just let them know that you're not in the office, you're not going to respond as quickly perhaps, and that you've got certain things that you can't do. And if you need to, nominate someone else who's that delegate, or tell them you're going to defer it. Let's move on to routine. This is really, really important. Keep everything as normal as possible. You normally get up, maybe have a shower, walk the dog, have breakfast, walk to the station, take the train into the city, do your day's job, do it all the way back again, maybe take the dog out again for a walk, sit down, have dinner, relax and sleep. You're going to keep on doing this one in your job. This is really, really important. Your well-being is critical. We'll come on to well-being in a moment. So, start of the day. Do what you normally do. Here we've got a suggestion, take the dog for a walk. He's keen, you're keen, so go for that walk. It's good for your health, it's good to clear your head, it's a good point to actually start the day. Have a routine to sort of say, I'm starting my work day. Plan the day. Work out what you're going to be doing. Work out what you're doing for lunch. Block out time in your calendar if you need to. Understand where your meetings are and plan your day. Then you can start doing your work. Adjusting your plan as you go through is necessary because things will come up. Take breaks. Have lunch, healthy food. You're not exercising as much, remember? And of course, communicate. Keep in touch. Let people know where you are. Monitor email. Make calls. Attend meetings. Have virtual discussions, etc. with your workmates and your peers and your manager and the like. as much as you can, keep in touch. And then, of an evening, when you finish working, relax. Let's look at well-being. Work-life balance is critical. Companies advocate this, and it's up to you to actually make sure that you get that work-life balance. Exercise is critical. Do what you need to do. Recognise that you're not doing that walk to the stations, or you're not walking between offices or whatever. Do something to compensate. Clear your head and basically have that out time from the office. Set yourself up for the day, or hack your lunchtime to actually go up and do some exercise. Get balance. Not necessarily eat 3 cookies with your tea in the morning. Make sure you got a bit of variety. Make sure that you keep everything on an even keel, so you can actually continue to deliver, not just today, but the day after, and next week if you need to. Of course, you've got to do your work. You're there, you're being paid to do this, provide outcomes and the like, so do your work. But take breaks. Keep hydrated. Have those lunches, healthy ones if you can. Maybe walk down to a cafe or walk down to the supermarket and buy something as you would in the office. Get to see other people as long as you're not self-isolating. Communicate, we talked about it earlier. Doesn't matter how you do it, just make sure that people know that you're still around, you're still working, and you're still available to be talking to. And of course, critical, getting sleep. You're going to have lots go through your mind. You haven't changed your environment as much. You're missing relationships at work. Sleep is going to be interrupted. So get your sleep as best as you can. Now, here's some additional tips. It's expensive working from home. You've got internet, phone, space, furniture, equipment, and the like. You pay for it all, and you can claim in many countries for its depreciation and operating costs. So, record and claim your expenses. Work out how long you've been working, what you've been using. Think about your internet service. How much of a proportion of that cost for the month have you been using when you're working from home? Balance that with your personal use. And keep it honest, because you may be audited. Talk to your employer. See if they've got arrangements that allow you to actually make claims. But keep records, keep receipts. If you can't do it all through your employer, then you may want to do it through your tax return, where you put furniture and you can depreciate it or write it off, depending on your tax system. So talk to your tax agent about what you can and can't do. And I've included some links to some common government sites in the comments below, so you can actually find out what their thinking is from the tax, such as the IRS, the ATO, and the UK government and the NZ government. Know who to call. Just because you're by yourself doesn't mean to say you're alone. If you've got technical issues, or if your circumstances change, or you just want to talk to someone, work out who your friend at work is. Work out who to call for technical issues. Work out what you have to tell your manager if your circumstances change. As I say, keep in touch with your team, your customers, your family, and your friends. So that's a brief outline of working from home. It's not exhaustive. I hope it's been useful. Thank you for your time. As I said, links to useful reference material are included in the description below, including the World Health Organization website, which can provide information on the COVID-19 pandemic. And of course, I don't have all the ideas, so please provide your own tips in the comment section below. Thank you very much. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Cheers.